Okay, thanks. All right, good morning. We're gonna let everybody start to file in here. I'm excited about today. I know yesterday was grueling, so hop on in. I'll give it a minute. I learned yesterday literally that I need to be closer to the camera, but if I'm too close to the camera, I can't read my notes. My head's gonna be swiveling around a lot, right? So maybe you'll just have to bear with it with me. We got another minute or two here, and then we'll get going. I thought the exercise yesterday, or that yesterday, I thought was the heaviest day. I love y'all's little notes. Thank you. I thought yesterday was the heaviest day because there is so much information and it's so new. And when you get into the start formatting the spreadsheets and you start looking at the names and it's like you get stuck in this overwhelm. And I get it. I looked at mine. Hello, guys. I got in on my database, and I was like, holy smokes, I can't believe I know this many people. I'm going to need a week to clean all this up, like a committed full week. So that's what I'll be doing next week. I mean, I've always had my top, people in my database, but it turns out I know a lot because I'm involved in a lot of things just like you. And, you go from, you think you just got 50 or, 80 people or a couple hundred, and then you look down and you've got 500 or several thousand. It takes time to do it right. I'm going to ask you just to make a commitment to doing it right, and then make it a commitment that it's a top priority, because once you do it, it's done. And good morning. And thank you. And once you do it, it's done. Okay. And then as you meet new people, you'll know exactly where to put them. And then you'll, have the little, if you got the spreadsheet, you have the little mechanism there to say, are they friends or not? So, and then once a month or once every week or 2 weeks, however you want to do it, you can check in your spreadsheet, see who's not a friend, and then go befriend them or link up with them or sync up with them or whatever on these social media. Okay. So yesterday's a lot of information. I'm encouraging you to not be discouraged by like how much work it is. It's a lot of copying and pasting and moving things around and reformatting spreadsheets and all that. It's 100% worth it. It's got to be done. All right. So don't fight that part. Just do it. If you've got a big list, just make, by the end of next Friday, I'm going to be done and I'm going to have my list and you'll be able to march forward. Okay. So if you have any questions, pop them in the chat there, or the comments or anything like that. We have some space today to be a little more back and forth if you guys want that. Yesterday was just a lot of instruction. Today is a little bit less instruction, but what you're going to learn is equally as important and moving forward. So remember, you guys, I'm going to go Clay on you. Remember that most of you get into this business because you want to be compensated fairly for your time and effort, and you want to do good work, and you don't really like working for other people or doing the same thing over and over every single day. Like we all have, various reasons that we get into real estate, but make no mistake, it's because you want to make some money and you want to do a good job. And the way that the 1%ers, and I'm going to talk about the 1%ers, and it can really be between the 1 and the 5%ers in real estate, is that they are meticulous about their activities, their self-improvement, their business, and knowing their numbers. Meticulous. There's no, like, you're not half-assing it to the top or anywhere close to the top. All right. And that's a mindset of an average person. So you have to track your numbers. Okay. You have to track your numbers. And if you're in an organization that supports that and believes in you, that that's what you want, they will enforce that within the organization. It's for your benefit. It's also for the business's benefit, right? Everybody wins. So what I've done is think about when you're health, diet, working out, with your kids' schedules, with everything in your life, look for patterns, and you've got to be somewhere at a certain time and you've got to be ready to go so that you can get XYZ done, right? It's the same thing in business. You got to get XYZ done so you can meet these expectations that you have for the results that you want. It's the same thing. I could probably take that even a little further and a whole nother level, but we're not going to for today. I've emailed all of you just like 10 minutes ago, a tracking form. It's the one that I use a version of it. Mine's got a few more things in there, but it's a very basic tracking form. I'd share it on the screen if I knew how to do that on Facebook Live. I just don't think it could be done. It's you've got it in your email box, and it's a PDF, and it's super simple. And so let's walk through it. Let me go back to the 1% thing I was talking about a second ago. If you think about the amount of money that you, like, by and large, everyone says they want to make, 6 figures or whatever. And then I get the lowest 6-figure number there is, and everybody loses excitement after that. Like, you should be thinking, if you're going to put your work into this, you should be thinking about making $250,000 to $500,000 a year. because you're going to be doing the work anyways. So you should be thinking about that. And if you think about that and you compare it to the rest of the population of the United States of America, that's like 5% or less of the population actually makes that. So if you think about that, that's 5 out of 100 people that are gainfully employed or working for themselves in a small business. 5 out of 100 actually will do it. The good news is, you know, it can be done. And I'm helping you with that. Okay. The bad news is you got to get to work, right? You got to out hustle 95 people out there, but it's easier said than done. It's really just consistent activity. So let's talk about it. All right. So in this PDF that we have here, I've got it color coded, right? So the blue is social media. And in my opinion, it should be Facebook first, Instagram, and then LinkedIn. Facebook feeds Instagram also. I know they feed each other. You should focus more on Facebook. It's more user-friendly for relationships. And LinkedIn's great for a certain number of posts. So you're going to focus every day. You're going to make a personal post. If you follow me, you see it's heavy on kids. Make it personal about whatever you have going on in your life. Not heavy personal, by the way. Don't get heavy on there. All right. And we're going to actually, you'll see on the PDF, the reason why you don't want to get heavy, right? But just like something fun and light and personal and just like, here's what's going on today, or here's what happened last night, or, you know, something but it needs to be kind of interesting, or, right. Then you have a business post and you're going to have an success inspirational. That's 3 posts a day that you need to be focused on making 7 days a week, 3 posts a day. I don't care if their post is reels or any other stuff. Worry about that later. Just get in the habit of doing it 3 times a day. Okay. The next thing you need to be doing is that you need to be cleaning up your audience, your Facebook audience, your LinkedIn audience, your Instagram audience. And that literally means that you're going to delete people so you can add people, right? And you're going to, once you clean up, you can start it now. I would wait until you have your database figured out and cleaned up, because there's 2 more steps that we have to do. And it's like a ranking them. And then it's, narrowing it down to like your top 100 or 200 or however many people it is, right? So there's 2 more steps to that piece of it. It will return it's a high ROI activity though. It's absolute, you must absolutely do it in business. Okay. But you need to start marking off. So it's going to be like some people that you met like on a flight to Vegas or something that you guys have been Facebook friends with ever since. Like they're probably not buying a house or know anybody and you haven't talked to them in forever and you can barely like delete them. Right. So you've got to clean up. You're going to have to clean up your Facebook friends, your Instagram friends, and your LinkedIn friends. Just start with Facebook first. All right. And there's an exercise for a lot of us. We have 4,000 or 5,000 people, friends, whatever, like, some absurd small village. We know everybody in the village. You're going to be able to go through and you're going to be able to whack a lot of people out. And you're going to need to do this because you're going to make room for the people that you're meeting that are thinking about buying or selling a house that you want to stay in contact with. And you want them to see your activities. You're in business. You want them to see your stuff, not Carol that you met, 20 years ago on American Airlines or whatever. So you're going to have to be diligent in going through that. And the best thing to do, just take 15 minutes a day. First thing in the morning, it's an easy thing to knock off. Go through, I don't know that person, delete. I don't know that person. I've never been to that country, delete, whatever, right? Just delete them. Don't worry about it. It actually feels kind of good because you're going to delete some people that, feels good to delete, all right? And you're going to make room for the new people in your life, all right? So that's got to be that should be the first thing that you do every morning. Well, once you get up and running, when you get in the office, right? And then do a personal post later in the day, do a business post later in the day, do, some kind of success or inspirational post. Success to me is like, well, you guys we're going to talk about this in a second. Success is like, I just closed this. I just listed this. I just met this new buyer. I got clear to close. Just some like benchmarks throughout a process that are celebratory. Okay. On here also, there's an email. We're going to talk a little bit about email on Thursday. Probably Thursday, maybe Friday. You should be using email in all of your marketing. 1, super cheap. And 2, it has which makes it have the highest ROI of anything that you'll ever do. Okay. And we'll talk a little bit about email. I encourage you to get into some habit of email. It doesn't have to be every day. It could just be once a week. I don't care. Create a newsletter, get it sent out. We'll talk about that. Then you need to get into 5 conversations, right? So these are the habits. By the way, this little thing, this PDF I sent you, I'm pointing it over here on the screen, that I sent you it's literally these are the habits of highly successful people, okay? What's not on here is practicing your scripts and dialogues and presentations and role play and stuff like that. You should have that on there too. But this is activities where we're focused on doing the work on social media and email, going to look at houses, okay, and then having 5 conversations. In my mind, and this varies for different people, a conversation is when you ask for business, AFB, ask for business. That could be a referral. It could be hey, did you get the thing? Let's get together and talk about listing your house for sale or getting you, signed up, going to buy a house or talking to the mortgage person, something productive that moves somebody along in the pipeline in the funnel that they want to be in, right? You're not forcing this. Just a disclaimer on that. Okay. And then preview houses. This stuff that's up here, y'all, this is like 2-3 hours a day. It's no big deal. It's no big deal. You figure out how to knock this stuff out in the morning. You have appointments in the afternoon or at lunch in the evening. You don't have to worry about anything else. Okay. So at the bottom of this, or actually in the middle of it, there's a couple of notes I want to say here. I'm serious when I say you need to figure out what your commitment is around your database, about cleaning it up. You have all these spreadsheets now and it's overwhelming. You've got to absolutely just make a commitment to when do you want that done? Next Friday, the following Friday, Saturday, Sunday, tomorrow. I don't care what it is, but just make a commitment. The work that you do in these databases and these CSV files and all this stuff, the work that you do here, it will change your life. It will change your life. You'll have no more anxiety around all these things that you think you should be doing, right? You have a system in place, and you have a system in place. Guys, when you get to a certain level, you can hire somebody to run a system for you, okay? It's like you just be thinking about that. So make a commitment to get that done. Make a commitment to make it a commitment. Just pick a day and say, I want to have all this cleaned up. I'm going to have it sourced, first name, last name, mobile phone, email, address, birthday if I've got it. Are we Facebook friends or not? LinkedIn friends or not? Instagram or not? Do we have any notes? Just have it all lined up. Go through and knock out the duplicates, right? And then if you need phone numbers, get it all in one line and then delete it. And then delete the extra stuff. Don't delete people if you don't know who they are yet. We'll talk about that later. Duplicates, okay? And just get that done. And you're going to look at this spreadsheet. You're like, oh man, that's beautiful. That's the most beautiful work I've ever done in my life. Okay. Just get that done. The stuff that you're learning these 5 days, this is like, I paid thousands and thousands, ridiculous amounts of money for this kind of training. And I'm trying to bring it to you in chunks that make sense that you can then go execute on. And in my organization, we talk about it all the time. Okay. I recognize that you're not going to be able to do everything that we talked about yesterday by today. That wasn't the expectation. I should have been more clear about that. Okay. At the bottom of this form, I emailed you out. It says, if people don't find value in what you share, they will tune you out and then your algorithm will work against you. This is why I'm saying we're not going to post anything heavy or weird or like political. You can decide about the religion part. It doesn't bother me, but you want to stay away from very decisive things that people will push away. All right. You may have an agenda about this in your life. Do not do it on social media unless you're ready to deal with the fallout from it. Okay. Especially now, you're just beginning this process. So don't mess it up. Okay. We already know that this business is hard. Do you know that 96% of all small businesses, which you are as a real estate agent, after 10 years don't survive? 4% of them survive. That doesn't mean they're profitable. It just means a lot of them are just making it. Very few actually become profitable. You have got to be diligent about your activities. You got to take this seriously, folks. It's got to be done. Here's the statistics. 82% of them fail because they fail to, try hard, right? And we know there's all kinds of high 80% numbers of real estate agents failing. 96% of all small businesses in the United States fail. 96 after 10 years. Can you imagine working 10 years and finally you just shut her up? It sounds terrible. Okay. All right. Do this. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. So the tracking we've talked about, looking at my notes, social media, the basic rules of engagement. I think we're talking about that. It needs don't make it heavy or political or society, divided. They'll do that. You're in business to help people buy and sell houses. You're all going to have different opinions on stuff. Don't make it harder on yourself. Okay. This is the way it goes. You're all going to have different opinions about stuff. Be careful on too many emojis. I'm not a fan of emojis. I think when you look at a post that has a lot of emojis in it, it's pretty obvious that ChatGPT helped you write it, right? And then the next thing on ChatGPT, it's okay to use it for ideas and ahas, and a couple of times, every once in a while, it'll give you some good stuff, but make sure that it sounds like it's in your voice, right? Especially social media stuff. 51% of all the posts that are out there are all AI. I was just reading about, it's called the dead internet, right? So it's got to be in your voice or people are going to figure out that you're not trying very hard and you don't care, okay? Make sure it's in your voice. Settle down on the emojis. Actually, I wrote simmer down on the emojis and, be smart about what you're putting out there. Yesterday, hopefully you previewed properties. That's one of the things that you should be doing every single day. If you preview a property, just stick it up and post about it. Okay. Write down what the address was, what the price was, what neighborhood it was in, what you liked about it, what you thought could be different about it. If you think it's a good deal or not. That's literally all you need to do. until you get your momentum. Do the little video, do the little pictures, the address, the neighborhood, the price, what you liked about it, what might be helpful if they changed, if it's a good deal or not. Okay. You're adding value. You're helping people. Okay. Just do that every single day. So you just knocked out one of your posts by doing something you should be doing anyway, previewing property, learning the market so that you can have real conversations with people about real estate, real people, real conversations. Okay. One of my favorite things to do, and I do it about once a week, and I encourage you guys to be really thoughtful about this, is I like to write little gratitude posts or love letters to people that have really impacted my life. It's maybe not once a week. It's once every couple of weeks. My most recent one was to my mom. What you need to do is go think about somebody that you're thankful for. And this needs to just be part of your cadence for the rest of your life, honestly, is go grab a picture of somebody from their Facebook page and post it on yours. And then just say all the things that you're thankful for about that person. Don't have any expectations for anything in return, right? Gratitude elevates your mind at like a level that defeats disease. Okay. And then you get to do that for the person that's doing it. And then you're going to get to do it for the people that get to read it. And then you're going to get a lot of traction on that too. All right. Because that's the kind of thing people will see later and comment on, and it comes back up. All right. Has anybody ever had a negative experience being thankful for somebody? Like, probably not. Okay. So when in doubt, just go be thankful for somebody that's in your life. We all have people that have influenced us at a pretty heavy level, right? I have a really great story about the candy lady who just died at my church recently. I didn't even realize how impactful she was onto me until she passed away, right? And she used to give us candy as kids, after the kids sermon at church. And I thought, wow, she was such a role model because she was there all the time, doing the things that made people happy and joyful, supporting people from the background all the time, right? There's people like this in your life everywhere. So go tell them thank you. All right, it's 20 minutes. It was a lot. Also, we're recording these, so we're going to put them on YouTube, and there'll be a whole package of things that you'll be able to come back and check out, track your activities, make a commitment to when you're going to have your databases done. All right. Please repeat the 3 posts to make daily. Okay. You will, it's on the tracker that I sent you. Do a personal post, just something personal, not heavy or use your brain on that. A business post, previewing the property, talking about what it is, and then some kind of inspirational success post. You're training the people that are in your algorithm. Okay. That's what we're working on with all these CSV files is your algorithm. Who's your audience? You're training them to learn what to expect from you and to be excited to see you post something. Because you're going to do news, you're going to do market reports, you're going to do houses, you're going to do inspirational things, you're going to be a force for good. You're going to be a real estate resource, force for good, real estate resource. If you're those things constantly, people will love you. I promise. All right. Anything else? I'm out. See you tomorrow.